And she wished and hoped that the people with this message become involved in finding a cure for the cancer. Please help me welcome in our first speaker, Paula.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and I don't believe that we have any guests today. Do you know that every hour, one American dies from cancer? And every 30 seconds, one American gets some type of cancer. Sadly, probably everybody in this room knows someone, a mother, a sister, a brother, that has been touched by cancer. I know I do. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1986, and she lost her battle in 1989. My goal today is to tell you my story on how cancer basically changed my life, and hope that everybody here gets involved to help us find a cure. I will never forget that horrible day in 86 actually, when she found a lump on her right breast. The days that followed after that were truly a nightmare, especially when the doctor said those 3 little horrible words, "You have cancer." This was a time in our lives when things seemed so perfect. My oldest son, her first grandson, and the apple of her eye, was 1.5 years old. She was happy and full of life. She went into the hospital. She had her breast removed, and her prognosis seemed very positive. The cancer had not spread. She didn't have any lymph nodes involved, and we thought everything was okay. The doctor seemed to think that she needed any type of chemotherapy. However, by mid-1987, the cancer had spread to the other breast, and by the end of 1987, it had spread to the brain and the lungs. I remember thinking, where did I go wrong? Did I let her down? I had read every single book there was to read on cancer, and I certainly had done a lot of research. What did I miss? Or even more importantly, what did the doctors miss? And of course, why her? Everybody that knew my mother loved her. She was a beautiful person inside and out, and she definitely did not deserve this. Of course, I now realize that cancer does not discriminate. It can happen to anyone. The last few months of her life were quite a struggle for us. But my mother never lost her optimism or her determination to continue to fight. And she taught me how to be strong no matter what adversity I faced in my life. Her illness, very hard to handle, also showed me what true love and compassion really means. My father was totally devoted to my mother, and when she could no longer walk, he would feed and bathe her, just like she was his child. By March of 1989, the cancer had taken a toll on her body, and she went into a coma. Her wish was to die at home with her family, but the doctors suggested taking her to the hospital. My father stayed with her in the hospital, never wanting to come home. She died 7 days later with him by her side. He had not been home for 7 days, and that's something I will never forget. I share with you this story today in the hope that you become involved in something that is so important, which is cancer prevention and awareness. My mother was a very important person in my life. She taught me a lot. Losing her left me sort of empty because I will never again get a chance to celebrate Mother's Day with her, see her beautiful smile, take her shopping. She used to love to go shopping. She will never get to see her grandsons grow up to be exceptional young men. And I think about these things often. I do realize that we've come a long way since 1989 in finding a cure. Much of the success is due to early detection and prevention, and also better treatments for cancer. But I believe that there's so much more that we still need to do. I have shared with you how cancer has affected my life personally. With 1 American dying every hour, and others getting this deadly disease every 30 seconds, why wouldn't you want to do everything you possibly could to prevent yourself from becoming another number? When people say that we can't make prevention work, I say, yes, we can. When people say that we can't get people involved, I say, yes, we can. When people say we can't find a cure, I say, yes, we can. When people say we can't, what do we say? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Can we save families? Can we save lives? Can we find a cure? Working together, fighting together, and marching together, I know we will. So please, help us find a cure. Because you never know when those 3 little words, you have cancer, will be spoken. To conclude, I would like to tell you about 2 events coming to Miami. One is the Susan B. Komen Race for a Cure, and the other one is the Lymphoma and Leukemia Annual Walk. I would like to suggest that we form a team through Toastmasters. I was hoping that more people were here today, but we'll have to pass the word. And just think, I mean, today we don't have a lot of people here, but generally this room is full. If we all commit to raising just $500 each, think how much money we can raise as a team. Can we do it?
Yes,
I say we can.
Yes.
Madam.
It's the greatest stage, and again, as I said at the beginning, conquer the fear. Paula was facing something that she never expected, and any of us expect in our lives. Anytime, we could have that knowledge. You have cancer. And it's a terrifying words, 3 words. I went through those stages many years ago with 3 members of my family, very close to me, and that was devastating.